noticeable in Henry's game the last few months is that his safety has improved a lot. It hasn't been happening in his first frame.
Well, Stephen's had a quick glance at the potting angle, but I can't see the value in taking the pot on, so I think he'll play a safety. Well, he's took it on. He probably knew he was going to kiss the brown and felt that at least that'll slow the white down. Very risky pot, that one. His turn to get away with it. Two ways you can play this. You can play cushion first. You can play cushion first and send the red up the balk end of the table, or you can just try and hit it full ball and send the red there. But whatever happens, you've got to get the cue ball close to the cushion.
Well, he is one of the few players that comes down to the side of the table to look what safety shot he's playing. Alan McManus is another one that does that. Most players just judge from where they are at that top side of the table and play from there. It's a good shot. He's using the black obviously as a cover on that side of the table. Not a difficult shot here for Stephen Hendry, knocking in the right around the table. Don't think he can get in behind the black. Well, did he play it in the middle or not? Well, he's got it and he hasn't apologised. What do you think, Willie?
Well, I was just about to press it here, saying that he could actually hold for the black and play the cocktail double, but they're always a little bit fortunate there, but it is on. You see him played a lot in exhibition matches. That is so careless, Stephen. Lucky to get a... I thought he'd caught the jaw there, and this is a little bit more tricky now. He's going to have to play this slow with left-hand side, which makes this a tricky pot. So you couldn't play it plain ball because it'd have been too close to the green. He hasn't played that well. He's 21 in front, so he only needs the green really to put him 24 in front. So he doesn't have to play any heroics getting onto the brown nicely. Very scrappy opening frame. Well, there was no breaks of any significance in that game, but Stephen Hendry seems to have done enough to take the opening frame.
it looks from here as if you can hold the cue ball behind the blue and send the brown back down the table. Depends how he sees it. It's a long way for the cue ball to travel back down behind pink and black, but that's another option. No, he just didn't hold it. Didn't get the spin on the cue ball. And he's not happy, Stephen Lee, with the way the balls have been in this frame. There's a few kicks, or it seemed like kicks earlier on when he lost position. Well, the black going there is in Henry's favour rather than Lee. Not easy now with pink and black down this side of the table. Stephen Lee had a big target to get to. Now his options are restricted. I think both players will be glad to see this frame over with and get on with the rest of the match. Been running 32.5 minutes so far. Oh well, that's changed things a little bit, the way the pink and black's gone, Willie.
Well, there's a chance here he can actually play the brown in behind pink and black and play thin and try and get the white up in behind the blue as well. He doesn't necessarily have to get the cue ball there. He could play this very thin, white towards the baulk pocket off 3 cushions, and brown in behind the black. But he's playing the other way around. He's trying to get the white in behind the black and pink, which is a little bit more difficult. Well, it's a little bit unlucky to catch the jaws, to be fair.
What did he play then? I don't know what he played. I mean, he didn't get near to getting the snooker behind the pink and black. I mean, the brown was always going to come back down the table towards the cue ball. At this moment, Stephen Hendry cannot pot the brown to save his life. He's had about 3 goes so far. You get this when one player requires a snooker. You'd have bet money on Stephen Hendry potting that brown if you needed it to win the frame, but I don't know, there's something about when your opponent needs one snooker, you think, well, I better make sure of this, and then you just don't sort of focus on the shot. So he's looking now, or he looked anyway, at putting the cue ball onto the knuckle of the middle pocket. I don't know if he'll change his mind. He needs to be patient here, Stephen Lee, because if he can get behind that pink and black, I tell you, it'll be a difficult snooker to escape from. Well, I was very optimistic. That wasn't patient, and really a very poor shot, because Stephen Lee is one of the best tactical players in the professional game, and he should have just waited there.
4.
Well, it's certainly not been pretty this opening frame, but I'm sure that Stephen Hendry will now keep Stephen Lee sitting in his chair. Having a glance at the scoreboard, and he has conceded, so no breaks of any significance in that frame, but that won't worry Stephen Hendry as he takes the opening frame.